we have to get into some news. And this one, well, is actually a pretty happy story, I would say. Because, we were all kind of worried where this was all going to go. But it looks like, the right decisions might have been made. I don't know. We'll see. From that Park Place, Nintendo reveals Zelda and Link casting for live action The Legend of Zelda film. And it's not Hunter Schafer. Right there, the title, Marvin. I very much appreciate that. From Marvin Montanero, July 16th, 2025. In a highly anticipated announcement that has sent waves of the gaming and film communities, Nintendo Legend and Zelda creator revealed casting for the lead actors for the upcoming live-action adaptation of The Legend of Zelda. The film, a collaboration between Nintendo and Sony Pictures, will feature Bo Bragason as Princess Zelda and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth as the heroic Link. The news was shared via Nintendo's official social media channels and the Nintendo Switch app, making a significant milestone for the project first teased back in 2023. And you can see the official announcement actually right here. This is very cool. This is Miyamoto. I am pleased to announce that for the live-action film of The Legend of Zelda, Zelda will be played by Bo Bragason-san and Link by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth-san. I am very much looking forward to seeing both of them on the big screen. Whoa, this is some big stuff right here. Panel, your thoughts on this first part of this entertainment story?
I like that they cast a pretty little girl and a handsome young man in this role. I think that's great. Although I would have preferred that he was a little blonde boy, because that's what Link is in many of the games. But you know what? Whatever. I hope these aren't shots of the actual film. If these are just shots of other things that they've been in, then that's great. Then they can fix that by the time they actually get around to shooting this film. I don't know.
Yeah, hair dye goes a long way.
I was just and wigs as possible. I mean, wigs are used so much of the time now.
To me, hair color, that's a superficial exercise that can be corrected. But I think some people were very concerned over some other suggestions on who this cast should be. In fact, actually, this announcement has already gotten just a little bit of pushback here. Let me go ahead and share my screen once again to talk about it. From that Park Place, gender activists lash out over Hunter Schafer not being cast as Zelda in the live-action Legend of Zelda film. Now, on your best behavior, boys. Online discussions have heated up as gender activists express frustration following the casting reveal for Nintendo's live-action The Legend of Zelda movie scheduled for May 7, 2027. Okay, so why are people so upset? One, I think a lot of people felt that Hunter looked more like Zelda than Bo. Okay, but Hunter would have been playing a role that was maybe not consistent with their birth gender. I'll put it that way. Guys, your thoughts on that particular aspect of the story?
Let's start with the most obvious one. You can't have a little boy in a role where he's supposed to be falling in love with a. I'm going to be very kind to YouTube and the monetization of this channel by saying a grown person here that kind of resembles Legolas from The Lord of the Rings, although Orlando Bloom probably would have been a better choice for Zelda than Hunter Schafer back in his 19-year-old days. When it comes down to it, I think that Nintendo wants the movie to make money and not be an object of the culture war, regardless of whatever this. I don't even think it's a fan campaign for Legend of Zelda. I think it's a fan campaign for Hunter Schafer, that someone put some kind of, it will be progress if we do this, and therefore we want this to happen, and then felt entitled for it to happen. And Nintendo wants to be a company for everyone. Therefore, they're not going to go for progressive politics and turn it into a wedge issue, just from a business standpoint.
Culture, is that how you see it?
Yeah, they avoided the culture war wedgie. So I agree with that.
Yeah. I agree 100%, because it's just, here's what happens. You're going to have a few people, a very, very few people that are going to be vocally upset online right now, but that's not going to go anywhere. Whereas if you go the other way, you have a lot of people that are vocally upset online, maybe not as loud, but in much higher numbers. And then you hurt your box office. So not hurting your box office is probably a good thing.
Yeah, I think if Hunter Schafer wants to campaign for other roles, I mean, Donkey Kong's still out there, Ganon still out there. We don't know where they're going to go. There may be another part there for Hunter Schafer. In the same theme of what I was saying before, I think that casting an untraditional and a red flag actor or actress, in this case an actor, I think that's a bad idea for Nintendo, and that's why they're not doing it.
Fair point. I say this. This is part one of a dual entertainment story because we have not only seen casting on the Zelda front with Nintendo, but we've also seen some casting on the Harry Potter front. And in fact, we've actually gotten our first look into what these characters actually look like in these roles via some photos that have gone out recently. As you can see right here, the first official images of Dominic McLaughlin as Harry Potter for the upcoming series on HBO Max. I actually do like how, it's pretty spot on where they've taken this character right here, and it's I think it is rather encouraging. Now, that's not to say that all the casting decisions have been maybe the ones that perhaps people expected, but at least the roles, at least from what we're gathering here, are embodied pretty well. Hagrid, then Robbie Coltrane versus now Nick Frost. HBO's Harry Potter series has debuted a first look at Nick Frost's Hogwarts beloved groundskeeper. That's very interesting right there. Go ahead.
Somebody needs to get him some stilts.
Yeah. Looking at this, it just kind of looks like homeless Nick Frost to me. It's the problem of casting a known actor in this role. Robbie Coltrane, I knew who he was, but he wasn't a big breakout star for the whole world. And of course, that there are certain actors in these roles that I will have a much more difficult time not viewing it as the actor in the role, as opposed to just, Alan Rickman. Okay, I know every moment that he's on screen that he's Alan Rickman. With this, but he's Snape when he's Snape. With Nick Frost, it's going to be very distracting. Maybe there's some other casting decisions that this will echo on as well.
We've also gotten Louise Brealey has been cast as Madame Rolanda, who shall not be named here.
Okay, let's just. Sorry, this is one of my favorite things about Harry Potter. Go back.
Okay.
It's Madame Rolanda Hooch. J.K. Rowling straight up named a female character Madame Hooch.
That's not bad right there.
I like Turner and Hooch. I thought that was a great movie.
Yeah. I'll also point out that Madam Hooch. Okay, so the headline. I don't know. Are we covering what Emma Watson's up to, Vash?
Not.
Okay.
I didn't have that on schedule, but please go ahead.
I'll say this. Emma Watson got her license taken away.
Yeah.
On the same day that Zoe Wanamaker, otherwise known as Madam Hooch, from the first Harry Potter film, also did so.
Really?
A lot of news in Hooch today.
Wow, yeah. I didn't actually realize that. That's very interesting, right?
She likes to speed.
Yeah, I guess so. I did not hear about that at all. But wow, that's very interesting.
I know that I tweeted on a post about that, and I said, look, that never would have happened if she would have just been riding her broom.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dude, flu powder. Come on now. Come on. You go really fast with flu powder.
Now, who do we think might play? Well, should not be named. There's been some names proffered, but I kind of want to know what you guys think about this, because they're being they're not even revealing anything about this. This one, keep them close to the vest.
They should hire me. I'd be a great Voldemort.
Now, why would you say that, Culture?
Well, I'm Slytherin everywhere.
So Cillian Murphy is the active rumor right now, and apparently he's been asked.
I think it's Pedro Pascal, and it's Pedro Pascal, and they don't change his face. That's just what they do.
Yeah, they don't have to change his face.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and Ron.
That wasn't kind.
He just took off. He just
had to go.
He's not coming back now. He can come back.
Bye.
It's all right. It's all right there. No, no Pedro Pascal. Hopefully,
no
Lord,
sizzle.
Please keep him away from this franchise. But
I want to say this new Harry Potter reminds me far more of the drawings that were in the book.
Yes.
He's spot on.
If
Yeah.
he jumped right off the page into this role, it really looks like that.
He's spot on. There was the one thing I think that Jonas and I agreed on immediately was this kid looks like Harry Potter. I mean,
Absolutely does. The original ones, the original covers for Philosopher's Stone, and then Sorcerer's Stone, the Scholastic version on the United States. He looks like the drawings. They figured out the hair. I guess the other thing about these is when you're making a movie, they have a tendency to try to upgrade everybody's handsomeness level. I think that they're willing to make him a little bit more dorky this time around. Yeah.
They're willing to take some risks, which is quite nice. Actually, it's good to see there. And is he younger than when Radcliffe started in the role?
I don't know. How old was Radcliffe in, what is it? Was it 2000 at the first Harry Potter? Hold on. I'll ask Super Grok and we'll know by the end of the show.
Okay,
sorry.
Good. That is absolutely fantastic. Well, I think overall, we talked about before, there's been some casting decisions that haven't necessarily lit our goblet on fire. I don't know Harry Potter phrases, but these others I think are actually pretty decent. And, for a new generation that is looking to get into Harry Potter, I understand we're not so far removed from the movies. I get that. Get the whole thing. And this is a desperate play by Warner Brothers, but could be worse is all I'm saying about that.
Yeah. I'll say Daniel Radcliffe was 11 when Sorcerer's Stone came out in the United States. And it looks like this kid will be 12 by the time the series actually hits HBO Max.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.